Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. It is day 22 of World Watercolor Month, and we have been here every day. I am super duper excited. So, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Create Joy Studio. I am the Karen McCoy. Whether you have been walking with me for the whole time this month, all 22 days, or whether today is your first day, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the community. If you haven't joined, you're not part of the channel, you haven't hit that subscribe button, don't worry, don't rush, don't rush. Just watch and hang out with us for a little bit. Maybe I'm not your cup of tea. You might not like. So that way you don't have to unsubscribe and mess up the algorithm. You know what I mean? So, if you are here and this is your first time, this is a space where we tell the truth about what's happened in life. I'm a little bit too transparent over here some days, but when we talk about grief, when you've been through grief and you've been through the thing that just has hurt you the most, there's no reason to be talking about dancing around it, that kind of thing. We talk about heartbreak over here. But we do make heartbreak we don't make heartbreak our permanent address. Hey, Vanessa. Heartbreak is not our permanent address. We love to create, how can I say? We like to reclaim our spark. We like to keep our joy going. We like to have hope that tomorrow might be a better day. I don't know. We talk about healing. We talk about our responsibility in our healing. We talk about maybe our faith on our journey. We have boundaries, we have peace, we have creativity. We learn through our emotional intelligence and the courage that it takes to build a life after the life you once knew has changed. That's me. That's what I kind of do over here. Over the years, I've learned. I've shared many lessons, many things. Hey, Darcy. Hey, Cookie. Hi, Rosemary. How y'all doing today? Look, y'all, I did these twinchies. I said I was gonna try it, but you see, my brushes just wasn't that small, so I can say I did twinchies. There we go. Did some twinchies. Hey, Zal. Zal, you got your coffee? I got an energy drink. I need some energy. I do. I do. So y'all come on in. Today we're really gonna hone in on World Watercolor Month. It's day 22, but there are no rules. Y'all know I don't have no rules anyway, but for whatever reason, I had to give myself permission today to not worry about the rules. Not when it comes to watercolor. We're not worrying about rules. Hey, Marcy. Marcy, how was your visit with your mom yesterday? So I want to give you permission to kind of say a quick prayer because I want you to let go of rules. Don't worry about it. And we're going to have, as always, it's Wednesday, so we're going to have a little conversation. And whether you've been with me, not just these last 22 days, whether you've been with me for this whole month, because I kind of did a little recap through the experiences and things, over today's day. It's kind of one of the things. And so, but maybe some come through some things. Me personally, I've come through some things. I've stood beside caskets. I've walked away from graves. I've lived through days that changed the direction of my whole life, my whole sanity. I've experienced not the loss of one child, but two children and a grandchild. There are moments when grief has made it very difficult for me to kind of want to move, right? Difficult to think, difficult to imagine that this kind of joy that I share with you guys every day, that it lives in my heart. Like I have room for it. So that's why I have less time for the BS, right? But I keep getting up. Sometimes it's hard to get up, but I still get up. Sometimes I have to ask God for some more strength, but I still get up. Sometimes I have to ask God a lot of questions before I get up. Sometimes I get up with tears in my eyes, very little understanding about what the heck is going on or what the next step is going to look like, right? But I got up, but I continue to get up. And remember, we come over here and we hang out because we're still breathing, we're still creating, and we're still trying to get it right. Just because, you fall or just because you have fallen, it doesn't mean that you have to remain there. But if you continue to remain there, then that's on you. That's not on me. Getting up does not mean what happened did not matter, but getting up does mean that you are no longer grieving. Hey, Lively. Hey, Julie Parker. Marcy said it was very nice, and I met a new caregiver, talked to the social worker, as mom is also on hospice. Oh, very glad I went. Marcy, I'm glad that you had a good visit. I am. So, which is kind of like why we show up here in this community for each other. Just happen to be World Watercolor Month. I'm here on Mondays and Wednesdays, even when it's not World Watercolor Month, because Mondays and Wednesdays has been the day that this year, that was it this year? No, last year. I showed up for 365 days last year. So this is going into year 2 of Monday and Wednesday kind of live slash I turned it into a podcast. That's what getting up looks like, guys. Today I want to gather the lessons that I've taught over the years into one kind of conversation today. Because when I tell you life slapped the crap out of me kind of this week, I just kind of opened up a can of I just don't give a darn no more. But then I had to close the lid just a little bit because I'm better than that. I'm growing to be better than that, and I'm learning through my emotional intelligence that declaration, that's the old, I'm in with the new. But that's what grief does to you. Grief is anything that makes your heart hurt. Remember, grief is not just about if you've lost a loved one or if someone passed away. Grief, if you cry from it or it hurts your heart or it makes you feel like God just laid you down and didn't even put you to sleep and didn't even give you no anesthesia and just ripped your heart out and then just kind of let somebody tinkle on it, right? Grief is not limited to death. We grieve people, we grieve relationships, we grieve lost time, we grieve dreams, we even grieve our art. Let me tell you something. I was grieving these Twinchies because they was just like working a sister out. I got the smallest brush I had. So we can say I did my Twinchies. I did it. Hey, Adrian. How are you? Happy Wednesday, everybody. I did my Twinchies. Just know I did my Twinchies, okay? So when other people talk about Karen said just gonna do the Twinchies, y'all that are here right now, you're my witnesses that I did my art on my Twinchies. I was gonna go back and put flowers on top of but it just took all I could to put it on these. I did leaves. So what do you do with Twinchies? I'm gonna put them in some of these art books because y'all know still have art books. Well, I made some more art books that I have for sale. And I'm going to put Twinchies probably in each one, probably put them on a page because it's artwork. It's like my artwork. So if someone order a art book, right? Then they'll get Twinchies. I'll probably even do some more, maybe. I don't know. It was just the time and place that it was stressing me out. Okay, remember yesterday I did this. And I told you guys that I was going to go back and fill it in. Well, that's what it looks like. And I think I forgot whoever said that I needed to sign it. So some of the artwork that I've done, I have gone back and I have signed it, especially the bigger pieces. So there's that one. I went back and I like the background. I like to when the flowers kind of pop off the background. That kind of works too. So what are you guys doing today? It's Wednesday. It's July the 22nd. It's been a very interesting day for me. I had to go pick up my medicine because I was all out. So I had no choice but to get my butt up and go do that this morning. So I did that. Then, right before I got on the live, gave the dogs their dinner for the day. Made sure everybody went out and was happy. That was, but it seemed it was going to rain. It seemed like it was going to rain, but yeah, I guess it's raining somewhere. Let me put it that way. It is raining somewhere. All right. So I'm going to slap some on paper. Oh, and there's the other one. I'm sorry. I stopped doing what I was doing. I'm supposed to show you all of them. There's all of them. Isn't that beautiful? So today I'm going to make smaller versions of these. Either like this one, this color. It was Graham's. Graham was responsible for the purple, the green, purple, green. It was purple, green. It wasn't this color. It was purple, green, and I can't remember what the other color was. But I like the purple and the purple and the green together. I really did like that. So this one really pops off the page. That one pops off too, but I like the way my flowers kind of, come out. Hey, Paula K, how are you? We had second tornado this month yesterday. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't like tornadoes. They come and they just pop up. I feel like the way the wind was blowing yesterday, I feel like there was a tornado in the area, but I haven't heard anything. So, as we continue to move on for everybody that's here, when you're coming in, hello, hello to everybody that's come in since I said hello. Welcome to World Watercolor Month 2026, day 22. No rules. If you're painting, if you're thinking about doing watercolor, there are no rules in watercolor. We don't have time for rules. Who has time for rules in watercolor? In art, release it today. At least today, just for the time that you're going to hang out with me. Just release it, right? So as I was saying earlier, grief is anything that makes your heart hurt. And we even in art, I realized I was grieving some artwork because I put this on a card and I wanted it to sit inside, and so there was too much over here, and I went to cut it and I cut too much. And so I was even grieving what had happened with my artwork, right? It kind of does. So you have to, not that you have to, but I would like for you to kind of give yourself, let's see. I want you to give yourself a break. Don't be so hard on yourself, right? Life happens. Take responsibility. You did it. Or you are the recipient of what was done, right? That's where we grieve lost time. We grieve dreams that did not happen too, right? We also I've this is what I've been grieving this last month. I personally have been grieving the version of myself that I thought I would be. Remember, I had to change my motivations, what motivated me in life the other day when I was walking, and I realized that it really impacted me. I didn't realize it was just that much. And so I still show up, still do what I do, was still caring and all the things for others. But I think this year I realized that I'm just tired of being all the things. I don't want to do it no more. Right. So I realized underneath all the things that I do, all the things that I've done, my heart is still trying to understand what happened. Like, even in the fact that I've lost two children, it's like I feel like I've waken up and then I'm asking a question: what happened? So that is why I've always said that we should not rush our healing, because there's no prize. You remember, the prize is when we pass on. Like, there's no denying that it hurt, and there's no strength in abandoning yourself because someone else is uncomfortable with your process, right? Be honest with yourself. Are you healing? Are you not healing? Are you even trying to? Are you telling yourself this hurt me, this changed me, I'm still learning, I'm still trying to? Are you doing those things? Are you asking yourself those questions? Because at the end of the day, we are still a whole person. We still have wisdom, we still have purpose, we're still showing up, right? We still have to give ourselves permission slips to laugh, and we still have to play the music so that we can dance through it. I gave myself permission slip today to be in the moment, good, bad, or indifferent. Because why? Healing is not forgetting that something happened. Healing does not mean forgetting the people that I've loved. You don't forget about the people that are part of your life, good, bad, or indifferent. It does not mean every question has been answered, because y'all know I got questions. I have questions. And if I don't get answers, it doesn't stop my healing. It just means that I just have to pause in, especially if I'm not the one that can answer the questions. So we're going to slap some paint on this paper while we think about healing, while we think about grief, while we think about how we must participate in our own healing, how we think about emotional intelligence as a tool for that healing, right? Because that's the best thing I think I've ever could have done for myself, is really, really, really go back into my own work, my own mind, my own. Just be selfish and think about me on this journey because it's helped me not really go off in places that I really feel like I just want to just crawl up in a corner and just, not participate in the world today, tomorrow, or any other day until my heart feels better, right? And y'all know we can't do that. Because remember, I told you the other day, I'm motivated by showing up here, talking through whatever is going on in my life or whatever has ticked me off, pissed me off, or upset me. And so walking through my own emotional intelligence, it helps. That's what motivates me just to kind of, just not worry about it. Because everybody, I can't control others. We can't control what other people do. People do what they do, and that's on them. Remember I said the other day, people do what they do, and sometimes they call it love. It might not be your way of loving, but it might be their way of loving. You can receive it or not, but make sure you tell the other person you don't want it or you're not receiving it, and that kind of can work out that way. We're gonna flip these roses on. That one did a little blue. Not worrying about it. But the best thing I've done for me is self-awareness, self-management, social awareness so that I can recognize that other people may have their fears, their limitations. They might be wounded. They might be speaking out of a place that is not me. But understanding someone does not require me to excuse harmful behavior, right? Being aware helps me respond with wisdom instead of just assuming, right? So, hi, Morena. I'm not here to give people passes. I'm not. I'm not. I remember I told y'all I'm not God. I'm not Jesus. God didn't send me to the cross to die for the sins of the world. I have a heart. I have feelings. I have emotional feelings, but I'm learning how not to just pop off. Because, old Karen just want to just slap the hell out of somebody. But hurt people. And then they don't know how to reel back in. Hurt people, and I don't want to be one of the people that hurt people because I got hurt in the process. So over the years, I've been learning. All right, are you mad about this? Are you mad? Why are you mad? So I have to answer that question. So this is the question we have to ask ourselves. Remember, why are you mad? Answer the question, and then give yourself time to absorb the answer. Ask yourself, what could you have done to maybe have not let this happen? If you feel like there's something you could have done, okay, great. If there isn't, then don't stress over it. Because remember, today is no rules. No rules. No rules in watercolor, no rules in art. We're just going to do whatever makes our heart feel better. And that way we can not go to jail. Because remember, those that have to be out here in these streets dealing with people, you don't want nobody to tick you off. And then next thing you know, you're outside the car having a confrontation with somebody. Over what? Don't nobody want to do that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that, all right. But remember, doing relationship management, I asked myself, me personally, did I communicate clearly what I wanted? Can I express what I truly need? Can I set a boundary without delivering a speech designed to punish? That one I'm still working on. Because remember, hurt people hurt people. Because you feel like when somebody hurts you, then the first thing you want to be is let them know how much they hurt you and how much that hurt you and how much their actions continue. So I'm still working on not giving the speech, but I don't give it to punish. I just give it to make sure that you understand that again, I'm not God. And then you got to ask yourself the question. Ask yourself the question. What did I do to make this happen? And then if you say, well, I ain't had nothing to do with that, then move on. Give room for growth. Give room for an apology. And remember, you're not perfect. Because y'all know I'm still working on that one, even to this very day. So when I get off the live today, I think I'm gonna need a walk. That's if it's not raining. Because I've been in the studio trying to get to hone in on my joy, not my what do people call it? The their key or qui or whatever. Now I'm trying to get my joy because it kind of got knocked out the park this morning, and I want to knock it back in, but it just wasn't going fast enough. So I'll probably take a walk. Probably, probably. Who knows? Oh, there it is. See, look at that. Sometimes you can't control things. Just let it go. Put the water in there and let it be. I'm gonna only do 2 on there because I don't want to mess it up. All right, I'm gonna change colors. That was blue, and we're going over here to a purple. Feel like no, I don't want purple. Gotta put some more paint in my theme. Let's mix that up. Let's mix this one up. I don't know what color it is. I do not. I do not. But how's everybody doing? How you doing? How you doing? Talk to me. Tell me how you doing. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Um, y'all know my core values are peace, integrity, spirituality, and then family comes after that. Um, and again, that just I asked the question, what motivates me? And then I realized that my core values was lining up with what motivates me. And I didn't even realize it. I don't like that, but there's no rules, so we're not going to worry about it. Let's put some more water on it and make it move. There we go. There we go. It's all right. It's all good. It's all good. No worry about it. Don't stress. But in my whole being, I asked myself, I was writing in my journal today. Let's do this. I'm trying to find a color that's making me happy, and none of these are making me happy. None. This is why I know my joy is being challenged right now. Yeah, I don't like that either. And maybe it's the paper. Let's flip that over. It has to be something. It cannot be user error. Is it the paper? Did I have it on the right side? I don't know. Y'all know there is sides. Okay. I don't have time. I don't. Let's just get this paper. Let's see. You see how it's crazing? Shouldn't be doing that. But it's not doing it over there. So I believe it's a side. Yeah, there it is. See? That side, that side. Okay, that side. I don't know what paper this is. I pulled the paper out because it was cut perfect size, so I said I would use it. That side didn't do it. Real life, y'all, real life. You see me moving in real life, real time. All right, I think I got it. You need to see the texture. If it doesn't have the texture, then it's not the side that I want to do it on. But remember, no rule. But as in no rules, I didn't like the way that was going. All right, let's mix up some of this quinacridone and some of this crimson. I think I've used it all. All right, and let's swivel us some roses. Oh, that's better. That even feels better to my brush. See what I'm saying? It's just like life. Sometimes you just gotta pivot a little bit if it don't work. But you gotta be honest with yourself. Like, okay, that wasn't working. I started to just keep working through it, but it wasn't making me happy. So then put a little bit more water on that. Yeah, see, there we go. Don't let life piss you off, y'all. Don't let paint piss you off. Don't let life piss you off. There we go. We cooking now with watercolor. There we go. All right. Let's get the swirly. See? Because check this out. In life, this is one thing. Just like I'm doing this watercolor and doing this paper, I've literally lived through moments that I could have convinced myself that that it was just over, right? Because you've been through something that was so hard, like literally just sitting up here fumbling with this watercolor. I mean, this paper, not the watercolors, the paper, because these are my Daniel Smith, so I know the paint was good. So that's why I had to put the blame where it needed to be. It was the paper. I knew it wasn't user error, right? Like in life, I've personally stood in places that I've imagined I would never have stood. I've carried grief, disappointments in life. I've changed who I was through the disappointments and questions that did not come with some easy answers, right? Or some questions that I asked that I still didn't get no answers, because you do know that you can live a life and still never get an answer. But you still are here, you're still creating, you're still, showing up. All those things are still true. So that's the good thing. And here's my other thing. I really realize that a lot of things that I go through in life, I don't go through them by accident. I know that I'm here for a purpose. I know that I'm here so that I can share the wisdom of everything that I've gone through. I know I'm here with the responsibility to live the life that remains in front of me. And I know that I can live that life with joy. Because remember, grief and joy does reside in the same place. To a person that goes through a hard struggle in life still can show up and be the best version of themselves. And when you're grieving, the one thing you have to do, now this is a have to right here, you have to be honest with yourself. And if you around here doing things and you don't know what, you can't even explain to yourself what you're doing, then that's a problem. You might need to get you some help, talk to somebody, ask somebody what, hey, have you ever experienced this? I've done this, I do this, I do that. I slapped this paint on this paper and the water just wasn't going to do right. Something. But don't keep doing the same daggum thing. It just doesn't make any sense, right? And I will not allow what has happened to me to become the only story that's told in my life. I'm more than my grief, right? My life is not defined by just the loss that I've had. My life is also not defined by the love that I did or did not receive, right? You have the courage to show up. You have the faith to show up. You show up and you create something beautiful, or you don't create something beautiful, but at least you're still showing up. That's all I want you to do. And then you're still showing up saying, you know what, I want to be here, but I don't. Be honest with yourself. I want to be here or I don't. I want to go hang out, but I don't want to. Just don't be indecisive about it. Remember we talked about indecisiveness yesterday or the day before. Don't like indecisive people. Why are you so indecisive? Right? Do you want to go to the beach? Do you not want to go to the beach? Do you want to paint? Do you not want to paint? Do you want to mow the yard? Do you not want to mow the yard? Do you want to walk the dog? Do you not want to walk the dog? Me personally, I choose peace. I don't have time to be dealing with all of that. But what I do know is peace is not the absence of difficulty, right? Because I'm not the only one over here on the ranch. So you got Mr. McCoy that's here, you got the dogs that's here, you got guests when they do come. So sometimes we have to kind of pivot a little bit, but I'm going to have my peace, right? Peace is the presence of a quiet heart in the middle of real life. So even when everything is going on around me, I still can have peace because my life, my heart, it's always going to be full of peace. I could be sitting in the middle of a room. Everybody could be doing what they're doing or whatever, and it could be chaotic. But me personally, I'm just going to be like, oh my goodness, I know I'm going to get in that studio. I'm going to slap some paint on some paper. Oh, I'll be okay. All right, let's get through this right here. What do we got to deal with? What's the problem? Life is going to show up. Life's going to do what it's going to do. Ain't nothing I can do about that. But I will no longer confuse my peace with silence. I will not avoid situations. I'm not going to pretend everything is fine. And I don't want you guys to do that either. Stand up, have real peace, and real peace requires real honesty. It requires you to put up boundaries. It requires you to stop carrying responsibilities that do not belong to you. You do not have to take the garbage out. It's not yours. You didn't do it. You don't live there. Don't go in other people's houses trying to take the trash out. Not your responsibility. Let them people take their own trash out. Let them people go pay their own trash bill. That's not your lane. Stay over here in your lane. Do what you need to do. And when people show up and trying to feed you some BS.com and pissing on your leg and telling you it's raining, Then that's when you've had that hard boundary and you can be like, oh, wait a minute now, hold on. Nope, that's not mine. Nope. I'm not going to chase people for explanations as to why they put trash in my garbage can. Be like, you ain't pay your garbage bill, right? Be unwilling to give in. And don't argue about it. And don't sacrifice your emotional health to keep someone else comfortable. Okay? We're not doing that either. We're choosing peace. We're going to pause before we respond because we don't want to slap nobody out, right? My peace, what I've learned over the years, the last couple of years, is my peace is evidence that I have learned how to govern myself accordingly. Why? Because I have integrity. My integrity means that my private life and my public words, they must agree. I can't come on here and tell y'all, I never get upset. That would be a lie because I've been hot for the last 2, 3 days. So I'm not gonna tell you that I don't get upset. Y'all already know I'll be ready to go off like a cannon. But what I've learned is my integrity stands up first. I can't come over here and talk about one thing and then be unwilling to do something else, right? I will not ask others to examine themselves when I'm refusing to examine myself. Y'all know I'm going to tell you about me and my truth and be very authentic with me first. Why? Because it's important. I can only tell you how I get my joy back. How after walking away from not one but two caskets, I'm still able to get up and show up, and even on the days when life still is serving me a daggum grand slam home run and I didn't even ask for it. Right? I take responsibility for my actions. I take responsibility for my reactions. I take responsibility for my choices, and I also take responsibility for my healing. I will not use another person's behavior as permission to abandon my integrity, right? I can be disappointed and still be respectful, right? I can be hurt and still be honest. I can set boundaries without becoming cruel, right? I can change my mind without betraying who I am, my integrity. I'm a lady, first and foremost. It's taken too long to walk away from versions of myself that I didn't like. I love me now. And I refuse to let people put me in a box. God didn't mean for me to be in a box. So we're not going to get in a box, okay? I don't want y'all to be in a box either. Integrity requires courage. I have a lot of courage. I think I realized how much courage I had after my son's death. I had to show up in some hard places. I had to walk away and walk through some hard things. I had to do all these things while being public. So don't let people steal your joy. Don't let people make you feel like you don't matter. Because you do. But you do have to accept responsibility for your crap. If you did something wrong, accept the responsibility. Ask yourself, what the hell can I do to make me better? Oh, what can I do to make our relationship better? Make it when I go and hang out with people that they don't think that I'm one way when I'm another way, right? That's where that's where my spirituality comes in. My faith it's not a decoration. It is not. It's the foundation beneath every wing, every footstep that I take in my life. I trust God. Over here at Craig Joy Studio, y'all know what I tell you. I trust God with what I understand, what I don't understand. I have faith in knowing. I believe God can guide me and continue to guide me through every uncertain thing that happens in my life. Again, walking away from two caskets where I am now without even knowing what walking away from the gravesite was going to hold for me. I didn't know what every step was going to be after that. I had faith. Remember, God is my pilot, not my co pilot. But I'm responsible for doing what? Showing up, listening, learning, and moving in the direction which it seems that life may be taking me. I'm going to pray about it. I'm going to trust God. I'm going to forgive. I'm going to love, and I'm going to move on. My spirituality will not be used to silence my emotion. I don't use my spirituality to make people feel bad. I don't walk around and tell people that they're bad people and God isn't pleased. That's not what I'm here to do. My journey is to just lay a foundation and show you the light in my world. I'm not here to make you feel bad. You asked the question, Karen, how in the world do you still show up every single day after losing not one but two children and a granddaughter? How do you do it? If it wasn't for the God who I serve, I wouldn't be. I'd probably be somewhere locked up in a sane asylum trying to figure out what the next day is going to hold, right? I'm honest with that. I'm honest with my real emotions. I'm honest that some days I just don't want to do it. Some days I just don't want to be the example. Some days I just like, God, really? Do I got to share that? Do I got to tell them that? Do I got to tell them how crappy I feel today? Yep, because they need to know. Somebody needs to know that you're still trusting and believing. And I'm still the same God today that I was yesterday. I haven't changed. When somebody asked me one time, well, where was this God when your son died? And then I was like, the same place he was when his son died, when he sent his son to die on the cross for your sins, for those that believe or don't believe. Create Joy Studio over here, for me, that's my life. They ain't got to be everybody's life, nor are we not going to be friends because it's not your life, right? No matter. But when you ask me the question, Karen, how do you do it? That's going to be my answer. In the words of my daughter, point blank, period. There's no other way to walk around it. You know, when you walk out on the property around here, I look and I be like, it costs. There's a cost. Everything, there's a cost. There's a season for everything. What you choose to do about it, it's only on you. Only you have responsibility to show up and be the best version of you that you can be. Only you. Family matters. I choose family, but I choose family with boundaries, right? Family matters deeply to me, but family does not mean that we're not going to have them boundaries, because y'all know sometimes family is the ones you got to have boundaries from. And some of the ones that are closest to you, you got to put that fire on it. You know, I told y'all the other day, we got to put that fire on that fence. See, this is just too much. See this. Okay, there we go. There we go. And there we go. All right, cool. Let's get a couple more so we got them in line. Jesus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Leah. How are you? Welcome to Create Joy Studio. I just saw she popped in. Anybody else popped in? Hello. If you're not in the chat or if you haven't said hello, hello. Welcome to Create Joy Studio. Today is our day, Wednesday, where we're slapping paint on paper so that we can heal one brushstroke at a time. And y'all know when I show up, some days it's a great and wonderful day, but every day that I show up, it's a great and wonderful day. Some days it's just a little harder to walk through some things, but y'all know by the time the live is over, where I feel a whole lot better. And I'm feeling a whole lot better because somebody maybe needed to know that healing out on purpose, there's nothing wrong with that. Just be honest with yourself about how you're healing. And if you're not healing, then just be honest with yourself. You don't have to tell everybody. Just tell yourself. It's just like, God, I don't know what I'm doing. Just I'm not feeling any better. So be honest with yourself. I was honest with myself today. I was driving back from getting my medicine, and I was just like, you know what? I'm really pissed off. And then I was like, well, can you do anything about it? And I was like, yes, I can. It's like, okay, well, when you do anything about it, is it gonna make you feel better? And I was like, I don't know. I got to see. And it's like, well, what do you got to do? So I'm having this conversation with myself because y'all know I talk to myself. Talk myself off of these ledges because life is going to continue. Just like I'm slapping this paint on this paper, swirling it around, sometimes touching, sometimes not touching. That's what life does. Sometimes it show up perfect. Sometimes life come in big waves of water puddles. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just comes very quietly, slap something on you and say, deal with it. Then you got to deal with it. That's life. That's why watercolors helped me after my son's death, was just helped my whole sanity. It's just like, wait a minute, I can't control this watercolor. And God was just like, yep, you can't control life. You definitely can't control people. People are going to do what they want to do, right? But don't let them blame you for their foolishness. And don't let them blame you for the way that their life is or the way that their life is turning out. Sometimes it's not your fault, it's their fault. You painted roses today. Yay! Okay, Leah. Okay, I too have lost a son and finding healing in watercolor. Oh, I believe I found you on purpose today. Leah, I showed up for you. See, God always lets me know. Even when I want to not push that button, he always lets me know. It's not about you. It's not always about me. Remember, that's one thing my daughter said in the letter she left me. It's like everything in this life is not about you, and this is not about you, right? Love is not permission for just to feel abandonment. And then love, when people say they love you, it's not a reason to disrespect you either. Connection is not the same as control, right? Being related does not remove the need for honesty, accountability, and a mutual care. Y'all ever hear the people when people say blood is thicker than water? And I just always look at it and be like, well, okay, well, I expect you to show up and be a better person then. If blood is thicker than water, then I expect you to show up. And then when you do something outside of the norm of what I feel like that means, then I'm just going to kind of call you on the carpet, which is how I feel like I have better relationship with the people that are blood connected to me, because I've kind of put those boundaries up. I've kind of said, you know what? I think today is the day that we kind of maybe don't need to talk for a minute. You take five. You take five. That five could be 5 minutes, five hours, 5 days, 5 months. But whatever I might need, that might be what it needs to be. Because I don't want to show up as a liar. Like being related doesn't remove the fact that you hurt you hurt people. It doesn't matter. I mean, it says even in the Bible, it talks about family hurting family, sons against what, dads against sons, mothers against daughters, fathers against their son, all of that. It's nothing new. But now how you come back from it, that's what it is. Just because I birthed my children, I don't automatically demand respect. Jesus didn't demand respect. I mean, yeah, Jesus didn't demand respect from Mary, his mother. She didn't demand respect from him. She knew his place in the world. She stood back. I don't understand. So when I ask a question, it's like, what does that mean? And then you can't answer it. I just be like, oh, okay. But when people say blood is thicker than water, I'd be like, just explain it to me. Make it make sense. That's it. I feel like when someone you love is hurting and you say the blood is thicker than the water, I feel like you need to be the first one there because blood is thicker than water. But most of the time, it's usually friends, it's usually associates, it's usually somebody that I can confide in or somebody that's going to be there because most of the time, them people that say blood is thicker than water usually ain't there. But I'm sorry, I digress. I will love my family without losing myself inside their expectations. I will support the people I love. I will. But I will not rescue them from every consequence that they have gone through. I will listen, but I'm not going to become the container for every crisis in everybody's life. Hey, Pika, I can't. I don't have the mental capacity for that no more. I've stopped measuring my love by how much I'm willing to endure from other people. Healthy love includes truth, honesty, openness, even at the cost of you looking bad. As a matter of fact, at the end of it all, you might look better if you tell the truth. But when people walk around trying to protect themselves, that's a different kind of selfish. Remember, we were talking about being selfish, self aware. That's not the same thing. Absolutely not the same thing. We're talking about two different things. So, give yourself permission to show up for you first, because remember, we can't pour from empty cups. And we're not asking people to give us something that they can't, because Everybody can't be there to support you on your journey. I learned that when my son died. Everybody can't be there for me. I've lost two children. They can't be there because to see me cry or in that situation kind of brings it to real life. After my daughter and granddaughter's death, and later on, years later, my friend finally said, she's just like, I just couldn't be there for you because I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. And I just felt like I just needed to just leave you alone. Now, I told her it hurt, but I understood. Finally, she told me the real reason, but I get it. So when people finally do tell you the truth, don't make them feel bad. I had to get that right. Out of all of these centers, I had to get that one right. So I felt like I had to cut the radio down so I could back up. Any of y'all know anything about that? Had to cut the radio down so you could back up. What does one have to do with the other? I don't know. Oh, Becky. What's up, Becky? How are you? Hi, Michelle Waltz. How are you? Haven't seen you in a minute. How are you doing? Welcome to everybody that has popped in. I'm just over here slapping this paint down, just creating roses because the roses are making my heart feel better. But I got to get my good green. And I'm not mixing it up right because I wanted what I want. And right now, colors are making me feel better. That's not it. That's not it. These are my Daniel Smith. My Rosa galleries are over there. So, I mean, I'm going to have to make my good green come for me. That's not working. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. We had to put some burnt. Because remember, our my good green is actually not green. I realized it was umber that I was mixing up with green. There we go. Let's pull those out. All right. So today is day 22 of World Watercolor Month. And if you've been participating in World Watercolor Month, whether you're live in the chat or if you're on team replay, drop me a little, yep, I've been participating. I've been slapping paint on paper. I've been having fun right along with you. Let me know. Let me know. Let a sister know. Let me know. Let me know. Because y'all know I choose joy over here. Joy is not my denial. It's just the way that I like to show up. And I like to show up slapping this paint on this paper. So that way I can keep my sanity. Because joy, even when I have my joy, joy doesn't mean that I've forgotten about all the loss and all the sadness that I've been through or what I've survived. It just means that, remember what I said? Grief and joy can reside in the same place. I give myself permission to laugh without feeling guilty now. I give myself permission to create beautiful things, right? I also give myself permission because, we got the permission slip, but I give myself permission to enjoy life today, good, bad, or indifferent. Not only as once I'd hoped it to be, but today, even though it's not great and wonderful. Because why? I do not have to wait for every situation to be repaired, every relationship to be just 100, every question to be answered. Remember, sometimes I have to hang out and be like, oh, I don't have the answer for that question. It's going to bug me, right? Joy can exist without all the things being done. You can still have a conversation with yourself without all the answers being done. Because remember, the sun is going to go down, the sun is going to rise every single day, whether you have answers or not. So I will seek joy on purpose. Y'all know me, not because my life has been easy, not because things have just been freaking fabulous, but because I choose joy. I understand the value of every good moment that I am given and every day that I wake up because y'all know I'm the best thing that God woke up this morning and he is. And I'm just going to take that and be happy with it. No rules, good, bad, or ugly. We're going to turn that into a card. I think it might work out to be a pretty card because right now I'm just not happy with it. But am I going to cry about it? No. Why? Because I have emotional intelligence to know that over here, I'm just grieving through the brush. And as I slap the paint down on the brush, on the paper, I have to tell myself, hey, I'm not 100 right now, but I'm going to be. I'm not feeling this right now, but I will one in 1 minute, one day, not right now. I want to just go and just break something, but I'm not. I'm just going to slap this paint on this paper. See, I like being honest with myself. And then usually when I'm honest with myself, then I can usually talk myself off the ledge. Y'all ever have to talk yourself off the ledge? Right? That's where I am. My dog over here snoring big time. Bust Blake. Blake is snoring like that, like he been on a job. Like I just let him in. Now that's pretty. I like that. I do like that. All right. I like that. I like that. But see, that's my good green. All right. I want y'all to acknowledge your emotions. I acknowledge my emotions. My emotions are real. But y'all know my emotions, they don't come with instructions. They don't even like when I wake up in the morning, they don't be like, hey, today's gonna be a rough day. So I'm gonna need you to kind of pull out this, and this for what's gonna come. Because sometimes that's how my grief comes and just be like, yo, I'm here. And I'd be like, but why now? It's be like, well, don't you feel like hanging out with me? And I'd be like, but no, I just want to not cry today. I just don't want to. And then my grief be just like, but I'm here. So suck it up, do what you got to do. And I might have a doctor's appointment because y'all know the last time I had a doctor's appointment, I had to wait in the room for an hour. Wasn't feeling it, but had to be honest. Tell myself, okay, it's not that you, let me see, how can I say that? It's not that you are mad. It's just that right now your emotions are just in overdrive. How about that? But as soon as you realize, either if you've been triggered, you will realize, and it's good to recognize that sometimes old pain tries to sneak into a present moment, right? And me personally, I've realized when past things sneak into current things, then I tell myself, be like, hey, what's happening right now? What part of the situation belongs to today? What part belongs to right now, or what part is history? Because you know we use the past for information only, and we have to create a moment to communicate that clearly. Either journal, talk to yourself, slap some paint on some paper, whatever. In your boundary, get inside of the fence, really, and just kind of have this conversation with yourself, right? Because life will not hand another person the power to decide whether you have peace today. That's left totally up to you. And that's what this week has been. I've been literally walking out openly, is telling myself, hey, I'm a little mad, but it has nothing to do with this, and this. I've kind of had to put it in 3 lanes. I've communicated to myself thoroughly, very, very clear. And then I followed through, and I just kind of stayed. I've been hanging out in the studio and just kind of just being honest with myself. It's very important, especially when you've had life really kind of knock the hell out of you. That one's pretty too. See, when you get that good green, I'm telling you, it's all about the green. That good green. I don't know what color this one is, but this one and that umber mixed together, it's making my heart happy. The puppy's having a dream. He's running in his sleep. Okay, where are we? Okay, cool. Oh, that was perfect timing. So we are good. We are good. We are good. Because y'all know I like to stay on watercolor fun, but it's Wednesday. So here we go. If you are here and you have been here for the time from the beginning, and I told you at the beginning, don't worry about subscribing because I wanted you to get that personal invitation. Here's that personal invitation. If you're here and you haven't subscribed to the channel and you've been here for the whole hour, this is your personal invitation to subscribe to the channel because you've been here. Hit that subscribe button, that bell notification, all, so that way when I do go live, you'll be notified. Because I feel like if you've been here from the beginning, especially through that little walk down my pissed offness, you're just like, wait a minute, she's slapping paint on paper while she talk about her life and all herself and do. Because that's what I do over here. I share. how I get up every day, even when life doesn't serve me roses. I was going to walk in my rose garden today, but I was so daggum angry, I probably would have dug up the rose bushes. That's just fair. That's just being, again, transparent and honest. That's what grief. Remember, I told you grief is anything that makes your heart hurt. So, but I didn't go over there. I was just like, nope, not going to go over there. I'll fix these dogs, this food. I'll come in here. I cut my music on. Like that one too. See, it's the good green. Zippy! Hello, hello, hello. How you doing, Zip? But I can't forgive someone and still require them to change. You guys can do the same thing. If somebody's in your life, you might need to forgive them, but you still can forgive them and then require change. And I can wish someone well without inviting them into every part of my life. Right now, I'm going to have to serve notice on some things because I just have zero tolerance for the BS.com. In order for me to keep stepping and walking forward, I'm just personally going to have to serve a cease and desist order. We don't want to do this no more, right? That's only being fair to me. And so if you have people in your life that needs to be, you might have to serve them a cease and desist order too. Remember, we got fire on the gate. We're setting up these boundaries, and people cannot come inside the gate unless you tell them you got to cut the fire off so that they can. Some people don't need to come in right now. Some people need to understand that they've done something and they got to just stay outside the gate, right? And don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel guilty about it. Take a walk. Take a walk. And every time you try to give in, you want to give in and make things better, just don't worry about it. Just be like, nope. I need change behavior. And here's the other thing. We put up these boundaries because we need change behavior, right? And we do it because we want to protect ourselves. Not because you're being mean. But we're doing it. I'm doing it because I choose myself. Choosing myself does not mean I do not care about other people. That's not what that means. It means I finally understand that I am the one person of the people I'm responsible for loving. I'm number one. I'm that person, right? Because remember, this year we're taking care of ourselves. We're doing emotional intelligence. We're owning our stuff. And that means when you do something, you have to own it, you got to be responsible for it, and you have to have change behavior. I'm caring for my body so that my A1C is better. I'm guarding my mind so that my responses to things are better. I'm honoring the rest that I need so that my heart feels better. I'm listening to my inner gut, my intuition. I will stop asking everyone else what they think before asking myself. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to ask me, myself, and I first. Be like, all right, what y'all want to do? We're going to have meetings with ourselves so that when we do show up, we will not have to shrink to make insecure people feel comfortable about themselves. I will not apologize for being a better person. I will not apologize for being bougie. I will not apologize for being happy living on 10 and a half acres. I will not apologize for being allowed to grow and be a better person because life walking away from two caskets has afforded me all the things that I've done. I choose purpose. My life experience is not wasted. I teach from what I've learned. I give you my heart. I give you everything that God is continuing to walk me through because healing is not always, it doesn't always look good. There's no filter on my life, right? I'm not here to let you know that every single day over here on Easy Living Ranch, everything is perfect, everything is wonderful. That's not what I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you that lie. I am not going to tell you that lie. It ain't. My commitment is living intentionally with integrity. Because why? I matter. I make decisions that agree with my values in life. I choose peace over unnecessary conflict. Y'all can do the same thing. You can choose integrity over the image that people want. I choose spirituality. I choose my God over fear. I don't fear the world. Whatever's going to happen in the world, I believe that God has me. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about a lot of things. A lot of things I choose to stay home because I choose to be one less person that wants to get into it with other people. I don't got time for that, right? I choose healthy family connections over harmful obligations. I do not want to just show up just because you're this or you're that. I don't want to do that. If me and my mama go and we want to hang out, I want to go hang out with her because I want to go hang out with her, not because she my mama. I want to be there because I want to be there. That was supposed to be a leaf because that was green. Thank you. See how we changed that? Boop, put that leaf up there. Boop, 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 boop. So you just make a mistake. Just boop, boop. There it is. None of these decisions that we make in our lives mean we love people less. It just means we love ourselves more. I love me more. I do. And I've denied me a lot of years. I just refuse to do it anymore. I'm not going to feel guilty about it because I want my joy, my peace. I want to give myself grace and I want to love me. And I want to do it without guilt. I'm not going to choose the responsibilities of somebody else's life. I'm going to set my boundaries. They're not going to be bitter. I'm not going to have any bitterness to them. They're not going to be me having to apologize for having these boundaries. Because why? I'm still here. I'm still learning. I'm still creating. I'm still becoming a wiser person. And the truth be told, walking away from the grave, walking away from the casket, I feel like I deserve it. And you too. I feel like God is continuing to give me the strength through everything that I'm going through so that I can share with you that it's okay to choose you. It's 7 days in a week. And if you choose yourself 7 days, it's okay. You can't keep showing up being broken. And then you can't keep showing up and then people are trying to pour their water in your cup. And it's like, wait a minute. I got Sprite in that cup. Ain't no water in that cup. And you're like, oh, well, here. No, I don't want that. I got Sprite in my cup. You drank your water. I don't want that. Eddie, you know what I'm saying? You have to protect your peace. And every prayer that I pray, I just continue to ask God to give me the strength to keep protecting me, keep protecting my peace, especially if he keep waking me up and then keeping me woke and telling me that I got to share. Okay, Karen, you just went through that. I think you need to share it. Somebody might need to see how you live your life out loud. You might need to tell them, like, how you doing it? Oh, Lord, do I really have to? Yep. Let them know that it took a lot for you to show up today. Okay, fine. Right? Sometimes I hit the live button right after I've shed tears. But I know that because I show up, I'm going to feel better. Grief is just always going to be there. It's always going to be right there. And some days I can't paint my way through it. Some days I have to just take the paint and slap it down and then, bend my head over and let the tears hit the paper, take the tears, move it around, whoosh it around right there. If that's a tear and move it and let it do what it do. Trust the process. Every day isn't always going to be great. Everybody that says that they love you isn't always going to not hurt you. They're going to tell you, I didn't mean to. And then you're going to say, okay. You're going to say, well, like I say, I'm from Missouri. I'm just from the show me state. Show me. Don't keep talking. Don't keep pissing on me and telling me it's raining. Because I have enough to go on. I have enough to deal with in my life. I don't have time to deal with other people's stuff. Right? So that is what I want you to really think about. It's your life. It's your responsibility. It's your commitment. Make you a manifesto that kind of is centered around love for you, the truth for you, your peace, your joy, and all that thing. You know what I'm saying? So that way, when people do tick you off, you don't have to really be trying to decide what does healing look like for you. You already know. You already know. Me personally, I already know. The main thing in my core values, I need peace. And if I don't have peace, then I'm going to have to do something so that I can get that peace. Why? Because I've lived through moments that could have just really taken me out. I don't have time. I don't have time. I've stood in places that I've never imagined that I would even have to have stood. Standing beside not one, but two, but three caskets, and two of the caskets at the same time when my daughter and granddaughter died. I just never thought that I would be able to walk away from that and still be and talk about it. And then 12 years later, be in the same spot. I'm like, God, dude, what we doing? Why I got to do this again? Right? And so now I show up every day on Mondays and Wednesdays. World Watercolor Month's a little different, but on Mondays and Wednesdays, I show up because I woke up. And no matter what pain resides in my heart, I want somebody else that maybe is starting their journey of loss to know grief and joy can reside in the same place. Your heart might hurt today, and then this afternoon, it might feel like it just wants to go down memory lane and you laugh about the people that you lost. And then all of a sudden, guilt wants to creep in. Don't let it. Grief, joy, they can reside in the same vein. This is so pretty. Them leaves just, they just beautiful. And it's with my good green. I'm just going to leave that the way it is. And I'm going to come back after this dries. And I'm going to take my stamp and I'm going to stamp because it's wet. But in the meantime, in between time, we can take this one and this one and this one and this one and this one. But hold on, this one's screaming for some color. So that's my little word for y'all today, and that's just out of my heart, my own painful place of today, literally, because every day isn't going to be gravy and biscuits. I think somebody put in the chat yesterday, uh, being nice is what it was. I can't remember who put it in the chat, but I saw it after I logged off. It was saying something, a Dolly Parton's quote, that she says something about biscuits and gravy. I thought I wrote it down on here, but I didn't. Oh no, I've been using my, yeah, I didn't. So if somebody remembers what it is, what Dolly Parton said about, something and something is just like biscuits and gravy, they go together. Basically, we need to be nice, that kind of thing. I like that, but that was the wrong color. So let me get this. I think this the color. This the color. So I hope everybody is, continuing to be honest. Forget about everybody else in your life, but I do hope you're being honest at least with yourself, with how you're feeling in life. And, hopefully everybody is doing great. And even when you're not doing great, you're still talking to yourself and, getting back into where you need to be centered. If somebody make you mad, if somebody said something bad, then, we're not giving them a pass. We're going to kind of step back, pause, and be like, okay, now why did that bother me? Now, what about that, mate? We're going to ask ourselves those questions. And then when you get clarity, then you have a conversation about what it really is that you're mad at, you're ticked off at, and how that person did it. And also give them maybe a little bit of this is what I need you to do to go forward, or tell them, you know what, you're outside the fence, the fire's on, and I don't care. A positive attitude and a sense of humor go together like biscuits and gravy. Yes, Cookie, that's it. Thank you. A positive attitude and a sense of humor go together like biscuits and gravy. Y'all, listen. I really want to tell you something that Mr. McCoy said, but I was so pissed off about it that I don't think I feel that God wants me to share it, but I still don't want to because I'm still pissed off about it. Like it's not funny to me. But just know that Mr. McCoy does things that he still does things that piss me off, not make me mad, that piss me off. Okay, so um, it it requires an answer, and that quote is what made me think about it. A positive attitude and a sense of humor. I was trying to have a sense of humor about it, but I didn't know if it was a sense of humor or if it wasn't. So, but that quote is what was in my mind. And I didn't get it exactly the way it is, but I kind of got the gist of it. So I was trying to tell myself, it's just like, hey, it's like biscuits and gravy. So, biscuits and gravy. I don't like biscuits and gravy, but a lot of people do. But I know it's supposed to be a good thing. So again, I was trying to make it into a good thing, but y'all know sometimes you can't. All right, since that one's wet, I gotta let that one dry again. So let's put that one over there. Let's move our watercolors along. Let's move it along. Let's move it along. So for me, peace, integrity, those are my two, they're the top of my core values. And if I'm not walking and stepping day by day and, being very intentional, I feel bad about it. I don't feel guilty. I just feel bad. Do we want a big one or do we want a little one? Yeah, I think I want a big. That's going to be grace. Then we're going to have peace right there. And I don't want joy. Love. Let's put love right there because we love ourselves. We're going to we want our peace. So we're going to love ourselves and we're going to give ourselves grace. But right now, I don't want joy. I'm put joy in this one. Michelle, how are you, Michelle? How are you doing? Are you doing okay, Michelle? All right. Ooh, I was getting ready to put some daggone. That don't go on there. I need this. Take this out of the water. See, I'm just all over the place. All right. And these are my stamps that you can get over at PM Artist Studio. They're my inspiring word stamps. This is my handwriting. So we're going to take Grace. We're going to go right over that flower. I need to put some more ink on ink it up a little bit. Oh, you know what? Hold on, hold on, hold on. We'll do something else because y'all know I like to. I'm going to put some. Oh, no, I don't think I really want to because it's still wet. Never mind. It's not going to do right because it's wet right there and I don't want it to go right there. So that's Grace. Right. Let's move the water before I knock it over. Close this up. Put that over there. Put that there so it can do its thing right there. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's get some peace in our life because we always want our peace. We have to have our peace. Peace is very important to our healing journey, right? Gotta have it. Gotta have it. And I feel like for me, nothing is better than having peace in the midst of the chaos. I learned how to quiet my heart after my son, after my son passed on, because there was so much going on after his death. And I was just like, in the middle of it all, I had to really find peace. It was loud and I needed to find peace. So I define peace as a quiet heart. A quiet heart usually, it doesn't mean there's the absence of problems or issues or situation, It means every problem I don't have to really move at it or rearrange the furniture. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when your heart is just broken and you're ready to go and just slap the taste out somebody, you just got to quiet yourself. And that's why you got to have peace. And peace, my peace needs to be grounded. You know what I mean? So peace means you do not have to react to everybody's whatever. That's very much beautiful. I'm going to round these corners. Let's put this love. Since we did love, I think love will go great right there. Look at that. Just would you look at that? Oh, I'm going to try it. I am. Because I want it on one of them. Now, if it mess up, it's okay. It's all right. I was playing with my gel plate last night. Oh, it did it. It's okay. It did all right. And let's see, will you do it? But I want it on this blue one. And I'd used what's that stuff? Oxides, what they were doing on PMR Studio yesterday. And because I've used the inks on my gel plate before. And I had fun last night. I'll show y'all what it came out. So that turned out. We'll do 2 of those and leave the other ones. All right. So if anybody, you want these handwriting, inspiring, you can get them in little ones or big ones. They also come in the little ones. Same thing. Or the big ones. Now let's get this glue gun, not glue gun. What's this thing called? Heating tool warmed up. Stamp everything now. See you later, Adrian. Have a great remainder of your day. As always, thank you for hanging out. And for all those, I know Saturday, I don't know what time yet, but Bitty Penny and I will be hanging out. I'll be hanging out with Bitty Penny over there on her channel Saturday. And Saturday, I actually go live for World Watercolor Month in the afternoon. So Saturday's going to be a busy day. Sunday's going to be a busy day because if you're a part of my members here on YouTube or Patreon, we'll be meeting on our monthly Zoom. Oh, I'm glad the top was closed because that was getting ready to be a mess. So there we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And then I'm gonna already, because I said I was gonna make these out of cards. We're gonna round them. Not that one. I'm gonna have to fix it. But remember, there's no rules. So it's not that it's bad, it's just that it's not great. Y'all know. That's how life is. It's not that it's bad, it's just not great. It's like you go on a trip and the car break down, but your vacation still turns out great. It's not that it's bad, it's just that it's not great. The car broke down. You still have something to say about it. So no worries. No worries, y'all. No worries. And then this one, it's not dry. I'm gonna stamp joy all over it. Let me show you. Let's see. We're just gonna do it. Let's go with it. And we're gonna do black. Because it's World Watercolor Month and we are slapping paint on paper so that we can heal one brushstroke at a time. Life doesn't always show up perfect, therefore we're not showing up perfect. So I'll put that there. Oh, that's beautiful. Put that there. We're gonna joy it up. Oh, and I got something else that I might do too. That one up there. I like that. 3 is good enough. That's very much so beautiful. I could turn that into a card, but I don't think I will. I think I just like it. It'll probably end up on my wall or something. No, those leaves just turned out to be very, very beautiful. Now, I'm not going to put embossing powder on it. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not. Because I got them, I got some over here. Those turned out great. Like those. No rules. Growing my joy. Yes, look at that. Growing joy. Yeah, I like that. Thank you, Cookie. That works out so great. And here's the other thing. You can also I could do some more leaves and stamp out my flowers. But because I like the way this is, I could do some more leaves on another one and then stamp my flowers over it. I could. I could, but I don't know. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it as is. We're not gonna worry about it. We're not gonna stress over it. Remember, we're not gonna stress over it. But I do like this. I do like this. A smart cookie. Isn't she a smart cookie? But let's see, they have to be big leaves though. We have to have our good green. And I need to have a big brush. So let's use this one. Let's move these over here so they can continue drying. Let's get this good green done, almost dried up. That was that one. What green is that? A little bit of that one. And put it in there. I don't know what to call that green, but I know it's beautiful. That's more of that. Mix that in there. For World Watercolor Month, I've been using my Daniel Smith and mostly my Rosa Gallery and my Blick watercolors. My Blick watercolors, they show up great. Daniel Smith shows up even better. Okay. Now I'm thinking about, so I have two flowers. We're going to stamp two flowers. It's going to boop, boop, go boop. You know what? I'm going to put the leaves down and then we'll just stamp them. We're not going, no rules. We're just going to stamp it. Let it do what it do. Do what it do. No rules. Trying not to. Make that a wonky leaf. Make that one kind of wonky. It's a big leaf. Then kind of leaf right there. And then there. Then we're going to come in because it's going to be a flower somewhere in there. I don't know where. Just slap the paint down. No rules. No rules. It's World Watercolor Month, day 22. No rules. Hey, y'all. And when you don't have rules, usually there's nothing to hurt or nothing to be broken later on. Nobody can say, well, that rules. Like we play cards, right? Be like, well, you broke the rule. Well, we don't have none. Or we used to always call a house rules. Be like, well, what is that? And we'd have to explain what our house rules is. But if there are no rules, then it's fair game. Slap that paint on the paper. Now, I'm going to leave that alone. I'm not going to go anymore. Julie Parker said, I have a new phone and everything that's Meta won't let me do anything on it with security until I use it for a while. Why can't it just send me such a pain? Oh, Meta. Meta doing a new phone. Who this? Yes, yes. Julie Park is like, new phone. Who this? You got to spend time. That's funny. So I'm going to stamp these and then I'm going to watercolor. Now we're just going to kind of just boop, bop it down. Boop, boop, bop it down. Oh, that was not enough. That was not enough. I think all the technology. Remember, we have too many choices. We talked about that the other day. Let's see if I can. Am I gonna try to go back in? Yeah, we gonna do it. Hopefully, I got right in. Get in there. Okay, it's okay. Julie Parker said, "I want to change my password. It won't let me." Yeah, Julie Parker, I think that's cool. Because if somebody would have stole your phone and got your phone, I think that needs to be okay. Just relax, Julie. Just relax. Or is there a way you can call them and tell them? Like, yo, it's me. I need to do this. I like that. See how we got the leaves? We just popped them on top. See? We got joy. And then we got our flowers. These are my stamps as well. That you can get these over at PM Art Studio too. These are in memory of my son and my daughter. So yes, we like those. And I'm going to stamp off because I got this in here in the art book. So that means when somebody, whoever purchases these art books, they get all of the flowers stamped on them. There we go. See? Beautiful pages. These are the other art books I put together. They turned out real good. And I'm also enjoying to see how people are using the art books, the art journal books. Drew Park said, apparently I have to wait till I've used it for a while. How long? Yeah, what's their version of a while? Did they tell you? Like, I would need to know. Sheesh. That's stressing me out, and it ain't even my phone. All right. The good thing about archival is waterproof. So these flowers right here, they're going to be purple. We're going to make them purple. Actually, no, they're not. I'm going to make them gold. Julie, I would need, like, who do you ask? Who gives you the access to this phone? There we go. Now, that's watercolor up under there, so we don't want to go over that. That might cause problems. But gonna just, this golden green, just hit it real quick, because you don't want to wake it up. Wake it up, wake it up. I thought it was gonna storm. It ain't storming. That's good. I'm gonna take my emotional walk. I might get on tractor and go in the back and dig, because that usually makes me feel better too. But I will say, hanging out with y'all today has made my heart feel better, which I'm happy about, because I got to do what? Slap paint on paper and talk through my emotions, which always helps. And I get to do it in real time so you guys see. Like, oh my goodness, okay. She ain't the only one have to do that. She ain't the only one. Oh, that's how she do that. That kind of thing. You know what I mean? Just gotta do what you gotta do. There we go. That's very much so beautiful. And this is gold fuzzy socks. I don't know who it's by, but it was something that I pulled out while I was looking for something else. And I was just like, oh, that gold is beautiful. So there it is. It's been sitting up here. Like it. Like it. There we go. So Julie, there's nobody who you call. There's nobody you can call. I really like this. This is these two. Have really made my heart happy. Take brush out of the water. All right, let's put it up for today. For World Watercolor Month and our Wednesday time together. Wait a minute. I'm feeling something else. It's still not done. Hold on. It said it needed something else. So we're going to stamp some peace on here because we want to admonish that we want peace. See right there. Yes. And we want to love ourselves. Find others to love ourselves. Be right there. Thank you, Michelle. There we go. I like that. That is very much so beautiful. There we go. There we go. Get it, got it. Boom. Now let it ride. Let's use the rest of this. Put that right there because we still got some ink on it. Because you know these stamps, they keep giving. They keep giving and giving and giving. Where's the other one? What did we do? We did peace. There we go. Okay, there we go. We're done. I like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Okay, we're gonna put all of them. That's still wet, so I gotta let that dry. Put our brushes up. Gotta clean up, clean up. Put our stamps up. So when you use the stamps, these, when you use them with ink, you don't have to worry about, like, if you're one of those people that want them clean, then yeah, clean them. But I don't. But when I use acrylic paint with them, then you have to have a little bath for them, but not with ink. All right, let's put these back up because I'll be looking for them later. All right, and I'm gonna show y'all the other thing. Hey, Bernadette, how are you? Happy Wednesday. Oh, I didn't put leaves on that, but it's okay. So we still got some that didn't have leaves on them. Hey, Vicky. There's that one. 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 And that one kind of, I don't know why I did that, but we're not going to discount it. It is still part of the today's thing. And we turned our card, put this one on a card base. And what else? What else? I think, oh, let me show you the other thing I think I was going to show you. Hey, Blakey Blake. Because me and Darcy go together well. I think I forgot who the numbers was, but this is the one. I put it on a gel plate, put a sheet, put a coat on the gel plate, then stamped it out with my flowers. So this is how it turned out after I pulled it with gold. You can tell it was with gold because some of the paint came off and you can see it right there. But I think I put down purple at first. I think. I'm not sure. I feel like I did. I'm not sure. Hi, Alicia. How are you? Happy Wednesday. You just caught me. So that's how it was stamping on the gel plate with the flowers. Normally I stamp on the gel plate, just stamp on the gel plate, but because they said put a coat, P put a coat of paint on there yesterday. I was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna put a coat of paint on there. Because normally I just stamp on the gel plate with distress inks, my distress oxides. But it still comes out. We'll take it. It's a painted paper. And then I'll probably cut it up, and do something with it. So it turned out good. It turned out all right. So if you were on PMR Studio yesterday, that's what my version of that. And I let it dry a little bit. Then this one I did also, but this one got caught up in my emotions last night. When I got in the studio, I was telling myself to give myself grace so that I can have my peace, love myself, see joy wasn't even there. I took that gesso and just went at it. So sometimes when you're trying to get your heart to quiet down, this is what you have to do. When you're trying to get your joy back, it's not that you're denying your joy. It just means that sometimes the joy just doesn't show up or show through, but it's still creating beauty, still creating something beautiful, right? So that works out. Creativity usually helps me return to my joy, but it just wasn't doing. So I kind of let it go and then just trusted the process and I went to bed, right? That's just how that was. All right, guys, I'm going to give you a little bit of I'm finna go, but I want to leave you with 5 principles. I want to leave you with 5 things, okay? 5 things that I learned for this week. Just tell yourself the truth, take responsibility for your next step, protect your peace within the wisdom when you just can't do it. Stop giving repeated access to situations and trust the process, but know that you can't control the next step, but trust the process, right? And try to choose joy without feeling guilty. Try it. Sometimes it's not easy. So after everything that you've been through, everything that has happened, everything that you've lived through all life's experiences, everything that you've really, really learned, everything that you've been taught over the years. This is what I know. I know that life can break your plans without breaking your purpose. I know that grief can change you without completely destroying who you are as a person. I also know that other people can disappoint you without becoming the author of your future. You can still be hurt and still be wise. You can still be tired and still take another step. You can still lose people and still rediscover other people and even rediscover yourself. You can forgive without returning to the same pattern, same purpose, person, or purpose. It's not for you to decide. And remember, create joy. It's your journey. Have peace on the journey. Create beauty in the midst of it all, right? That's what I do. And be honest, be grounded, be discerning, and most of all, be courageous so that you can be compassionate with yourself. Live intentional. This is what intentionality look like. Joy you have to have courage. Faith has endurance. So show up for yourself today. Don't wait till things are perfect. Show up for yourself today, no matter what's going on. All right, guys, I will see y'all tomorrow. Why? Because it's World Watercolor Month, and I am showing up every day for World Watercolor Month. See you guys later. Bye.